Hey y'all, this your girl Sonia, and welcome back to She Say Sports. Today I will be talking to former JSU Tiger, former Jacksonville Jaguar, Jalil Johnson. Jalil is a performance and fitness trainer in the Houston, Texas area. How you doing today, Jalil?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for joining the show today. And I see you have something for your teams having Jackson in their names, huh? What's up with that?
It just so happened to be a strange coincidence, but I love it though.
I know, that is so funny. That's a lot. Jackson Jaguars, Jalil Johnson, that's a lot of J's as well. So tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, Jalil.
Well, my name is Jalil Johnson. I'm originally from Leland, Mississippi, and I'm a fitness performance specialist. So what I mainly do, I help a lot of people get in shape. I run boot camps, and I also train a lot of athletes, from kids all the way to professional athletes.
Okay, and what age do you start your training, Jalil?
I like to start my training, I would say, at the age of 7. So from 7 on up, I really like to get the athletes in.
When you say on up, are you meaning college, or do you go past college, or how?
Oh, I go from college to professionals.
Okay. And what's the name of your company?
Pick Six.
Pick Six. And I love how you spell it. PICK, the number 6, then SIXX.
Yes.
How did you come about with that name? I have no idea, but
I came about that name because I played defensive back, and as a defensive back, Pick Six is like one of the most rewarding things you can do on the field. And anybody that follows football, they know how extremely hard it is to get. So with a name like that, I always thought about, just something like going through life. Anything in life is worth going after. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be extremely hard. So in order for you to attain that goal, you really have to work above and beyond to make that happen.
I love it. That's pretty cool. So how did you get interested in training athletes?
I got interested in training athletes. Actually, while I was playing at JSU, I was always the guy that everybody wanted to work out with. Because, yes, I was always that guy. Like, even after football practice or anything like that, I used to always go to the weight room. I always train. I kind of carried myself like a professional athlete before I became one. So a lot of guys saw the work ethic. They saw how good I was always getting, how above average I was, just above the competition and everybody else. And when they decided that they wanted to be good, they knew who to train with.
So how did that start? Did that start in high school, and was it a coach that got you, involved? And as far as being, like you said, you were professional when you got to Jackson State, the way you carried yourself, and the way you trained. Who got you interested in doing that? Was it an athlete that you idolized, or I'll let you, yeah?
I would say like two things. I had a coach named Jermaine Ross. He's my coach at my high school, Leland High School. And I would say he was one of the first guys to actually see the potential that was in me. And at that time, I was kind of very shy. Wasn't really confident in myself. Sometimes people can see things in you that you can't see in yourself.
Absolutely.
He was one of those guys for me. And a perfect example of that was he seen how athletic I was. And what he did, he asked me to run track. I told him no, because I was afraid to do it. I used to always go work out after school every day with him. And what he did was he locked the weight room. And he forced me. Yes, he locked the weight room, and he forced me to run track. And I ended up being one of the fastest kids that was at the school. And that year I went to state. We went to state in 3 events: 4x1 relay, 4x2 relay, and 4x4 relay. And none of that would have never happened. He hadn't locked me out the weight room and made me go to track practice.
You're right. Apparently, like you said, he saw something in you that you didn't see in yourself. and I'm very appreciative that he was there for you to help you push and dig deeper and become the athlete that you became. That's great. That is really good.
It's crazy.
So I know, right? So did you start your company after you left the league?
No, not exactly. I started a couple of years after I left because I had started working jobs. I started realizing how I really didn't like working a 9 to 5 because as an athlete, you pretty much you're so used to training and playing your whole life that when you finally become just a regular person. I'm not gonna say a regular person. When you just become, you go into the workforce, start to realize how things are different now, and that how you have people that's over you, have things that you have to get done in a timely manner. And it just wasn't for me because I've never been that type of person.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like you said, your training and being an athlete is totally different from, being in insurance or something like that. So it's different. It's just totally different.
Totally different, yeah.
From the corporate world. And is your training, is it year-round or is it seasonal? I'm sure with your fitness part, that's year-round. What about the performance?
The performance part is not year-round because a couple parts of the year I can get the athletes, like when they're playing it's time.
Right.
It's that time of year when they plan their sport. But I use that time pretty much to study and get better, prepare for the upcoming season. And also, I like to always surprise my players. I never let them know what games I'm coming to and when I'm coming because I don't want their performance to be affected because they think I'm in the crowd watching. So, so I never tell them. I shock them after the game. I'll probably touch them, let them know, hey, I saw you. Send them a text message. Or take some pictures with them. Yeah.
I like that. So let me ask you this, Jalil. With the rise of women playing in football, have you ever trained any women? And if so, is there a difference in their training?
Yes, I've actually have trained women.
Really?
Yes, I actually have, and I enjoy it. It's actually Houston has a couple women's football league teams. Yeah, and it's not really different at all. Like I would honestly say, I feel like a lot of women, they are so competitive because they already know that people say that they're not supposed to play football. So it's like they have an extra chip on their shoulder, and I really enjoy it because at first I was kind of hesitant about it. I was like, can I train them like a male? And they hurry up and put that to bed. Like when I got the athletes, it really wasn't a difference.
Wow, that's interesting, and I figured you had because I think we have it's a couple of teams here as well, women teams rather. So I figured you probably had, but that's interesting that you said because you're right. There's already a chip on the shoulder. It's like, don't treat me like I'm just the weaker vessel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here to play football, so that makes a lot of sense. Wow, that's great. That is really cool. Now, earlier you mentioned that you train pros. Since they have already made it to the pros, which is the ultimate goal of any football player, why would they come to you for training?
Oh, they would come to me for training because I was like one of the best guys at getting players better. Like I have a reputation of being one of those guys.
So it's just to enhance their play to actually help them get better.
Yes, because those guys are already some of the best at what they do. So they already know what to do. I just put them in great football situations and just enhance what they do. That's all.
Gotcha. Okay. And so, of course, like you help the pros. Have you had any athletes come to train and prepare for the NFL Combine, which actually started this past Sunday on the 23rd?
I haven't had any athlete come prepare for an NFL Combine, but I have had high school athletes come and prepare for Rivals Combine, Under Armour Combine, and I help them with that.
That's cool. That's cool. And how? And is is that training a little more extensive than the regular performance training because they are, or is it pretty much the same?
That training is a little bit more expensive because it's a lot of details into it. Like when it comes to combine training, it's like you're preparing for a test. Like any athlete will tell you the combine or a pro day is like your biggest job interview. It's either gonna make you or break you. So things like that, you have to train day in and day out, countless hours to make sure you're prepared for that one moment you might get.
Wow. So it's kind of like, I guess, and I'm just using for people who don't know what the combine is. So just like, like if somebody was training for the Olympics, they're training for that day in, day out, just for that one moment to see if they'll make it. And, wow, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's transition and go back a little. We're going to go back past pick six, back from the Jaguars, where it all began, at the. The I love, yes. This is my Jacksonian brother, so I love that. Now, you actually played for Coach Rick Comegee at JSU. How was it like playing for him?
It was a great experience playing for Coach. Coach was a very player-friendly guy. Guys loved him. He always made sure that we was okay, and he's one of those guys that any given day you'll want to run through a wall for.
Wow. That's cool. He seemed, I met him a few times. I didn't know him like a friend, but of course because of the sports, arena, I knew him. Very nice guy. You actually, not you, but actually the football team and coach, I think you may have been on that team, came to my church. My pastor prayed over you guys, years back, but it was very nice man. So, of course, when he was fired in 2013, you were already gone. What were your feelings on his termination?
It was shocking to me. Like, I honestly couldn't believe that they fired him, especially coming off a winning season. Like, that didn't make any sense to me.
So you didn't feel that it was warranted?
No, I didn't. I feel like the situation could have been worked out. I really feel like that.
And since he was fired, JSU has not had a winning season. Some call it the Comegee curse. Do you believe there's a curse on JSU's football team since that happened?
It seems like it. Like, I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I'm a huge JSU fan. I support them every year. I'm always checking scores and calling people to see what's going on at the game. But it seems like ever since that happened that things just haven't been the same. We haven't been running the swag like we used to.
It has not been the same, and it's heartbreaking because it's like, of course, the ship has sailed for him to come and coach for Jackson State again. That'll never happen, I don't think.
Yeah.
Anything is possible, but I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
However, and I'm sure there has been some type of private apology, but I wonder if we need a public apology to, I don't know. I'm like you. I didn't want to say it was a curse, and I'm like, we just need better players, or, we're a young team. The good stuff.
Yeah.
To make it seem when your team
to kind of make yourself feel better.
Right. So that's what I've been going through, and then finally last year I was like, okay, maybe this Comegee curse has some validity to it because this sucks.
It's getting ridiculous now.
It's getting ridiculous, and with you being a football player and you were on the winning team, I know that has to hurt, especially with your relationship with coach and your relationship with your teammates, and like you said, you still calling back, talking to different people. I know that has to hurt for you even more as an athlete.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts because that was one of the main reasons why I went to the school, because the school just has such rich history of winning. And, when you think of the SWAC, you think of Jackson State. It's like one of the first teams that's going to pop up in your mind. So
exactly.
it's definitely crazy to see how the tables have turned, and now we're a losing team.
Whew, boy, I mean, hearing you say we're the losing team,
It hurt me to say it. It hurt me to say it. I promise you it did.
Golly, that hurt. Now, word on the street is you played in the infamous game between JSU and Southern in 2010, October 16th to be exact, where one of my favorite quarterbacks, Casey, I can never pronounce Casey's last name. Say it for me. Terrio. I always want to say Terrio. I don't know, but Terrio, he threw a Hail Mary pass in a thriller for the ages with JSU winning 49-46. I was at that game, Jalil, and the last 2 minutes were the craziest. I mean, the lead kept changing. Had it not been for the Hail Mary pass from Casey to Rico Richardson in the last 2 seconds, we would have lost. Now, that was your senior year. That was your senior year and your last game against Southern. What was going through your head on the field?
Ooh, what was going through my head? Well, first of all, what was going through my head was that I was the person that gave up that last touchdown that Southern got.
Excuse me? Whoa. What?
Yes, I have to admit it that I was the person that gave up the last touchdown Southern got.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so
what was really going through your head?
Man, thousands of emotion all at one time, because it was one of those games where I was having a great game. You know, I had like 4 pass breakups. I was really in the zone, and it was just that one play that I just wasn't focused, and ended up giving up a little slant route, missed the tackle, then another player missed the tackle, and next thing you know, 7 points, crowd going crazy, and it's like, man, probably like a minute or something left, man. I'm just on the sideline like, man, I can't believe you gave up that play in this situation. So, yeah,
wow.
It was crazy. A lot of mixed emotions.
But what's amazing, though, you guys did not give up, and y'all kept playing. And thankfully, Casey was pretty poised as well, too. For him to even, like, come back and pull it together after that and just, you know, they y'all kept pushing. You kept pushing.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about that team. That team was definitely one for the books. You know, that was one of the most exhilarating and most exciting games I have ever gone to in my life. I cried at that game. I've never cried at a Jackson State football game. And
I cried at that game, too.
I bet you did. I cannot believe. Oh my gosh! I cannot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. I mean, I know it's been 10 years, but and of course, you know, it was on the news and stuff. I'm sure. I don't remember it because I didn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I knew the names and stuff. I had just moved back from Dallas, so I didn't know the players like I do now, but. Wow, Jalil, wow. I think
it was quite a game.
It was definitely quite a game. And when, like you said, the crowd was going crazy, when that last touchdown, those last 2 seconds, I mean, I wish you could have felt what we were feeling. And like you said, the history and the richness of us winning, the pride that we felt. It was great to be a Tiger that day. It definitely was great to be a Tiger.
It was definitely great to be a Tiger that day.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jalil, it was great talking to you today. But let our listeners know how they can reach you on social media, and also how they can reach you for your training details with Pick 6.
Okay. You can reach me on my social media at Pick 6. It's PICK. The number 6, SIXX on Instagram. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Jalil, JALIL _Johnson, JOHNSON 21. And if you want to reach reach out to me about training, you can always just inbox me or call me. I have a number on there that you can call, and I'll be glad to.
What's that number, Jalil? Go ahead and give the listeners, because a lot of my listeners are in the Houston area, Texas area.
The number is 662-616-6944.
Okay. And you can, I'm going to piggyback on that. You can reach me on social media, Facebook, She Say Sports. Please like and share my posts. Please also, give your opinions. Let's have a dialogue. Let's talk. Let's talk about the shows I post on Friday, as well as the many different posts I post on during the week. And Jalil, you can do that as well.
Sure
also,
will.
You can reach me on Instagram, She Say Sports 23. And I guess, that's our show for today. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you again, Jalil, for coming on the show. I will be bringing you back soon, especially during football season, and hopefully we will have something to really be excited to talk about. How about that?
Yes, I'm definitely down for that.
Okay. Well, until then, this is Sonia with She Say Sports. I'll see you guys on the radio.